I want to welcome our witnesses here today. And this is our Work and Welfare Subcommittee hearing on pathways to independence, supporting youth aging out of foster care. So welcome our committee members here this morning, and a good afternoon to everyone. I especially want to thank our witnesses that have traveled during a little bit of treacherous weather. So I want to thank you for your commitment and dedication to getting here for this important hearing. My name is LaHood. I'm honored and proud to be the chair of the subcommittee. I represent the 16th District of Illinois, covering much of central and northwest parts of our state. This bipartisan child welfare hearing marks the second that we've had this Congress, reflecting the shared dedication of the subcommittee members to address pressing issues facing foster children. Our first hearing last year, titled Modernizing Child Welfare to Protect Vulnerable Children, was held in September of last year and laid the groundwork for the committee to examine reauthorization of Title 4B, which expired in 2021. This second hearing is an opportunity to evaluate the current landscape of services available to youth in foster care and ways to redesign federal child welfare programs to reduce fragmentation and duplication. While many of our discussions have focused on young children entering care, the goal of today's hearing is to uplift the voices of nearly 150,000 youth ages 14 to 21 in the nation's foster care system, and the 19,000 youth who are aged out of care each year. Foster youth often lack strong connections to families or mentors and need support finding pathways to independence. Basic milestones such as graduating from high school, pursuing higher education, and maintaining stable employment pose distinct challenges. Many of us can recall the support of parents and teachers, neighbors, coaches, and mentors who played vital roles in our own lives. Unfortunately, many foster youth lack these critical support systems. Alarming statistics reveal the hardships faced by youth in foster care. 20% become homeless. 70% are arrested by the age of 26. Only 55% are employed, and 24% are enrolled. Only 24% are enrolled in post-secondary education or training. These statistics should deeply concern all of us. We should note, however, that some progress has been made. Last year, the Annie E. Casey Foundation released a comprehensive data report titled Fostering Youth Transitions 2023. The report highlights significant gains in improving outcomes for foster youth over the past 2 decades. These include 1, a decrease in group homes and residential care. 2, increased kinship placement for foster youth. And 3, a decrease in youth entering the foster care system. The data also highlight persistent challenges. More than half of older youth in foster care lack permanent families and age out of foster care because they were never reunified with their biological family or adopted from foster care. Many young individuals in foster care face obstacles such as severed connections with birth families, homelessness, criminal records, limited opportunities for post-secondary education and training, and challenges entering the workforce. Despite the availability of federally funded youth programs, less than half of eligible benefit from these resources. That's an alarming statistic. One stat from the Casey Foundation report that stood out to me is the finding that only 25% of youth in foster care have access to foster care services under the John Chafee Foster Care Program. The Chafee program was authorized to address specific needs of youth in foster care, yet some states underutilize allocated funds. In my home state of Illinois, only 5% of foster youth receive services at any point in their time in care. This is perplexing and should not be acceptable. Youth in the foster care system navigate a maze of federal programs, and if anyone understands government bureaucracy, it's our foster youth. Reducing overlap and administrative complexity would ease the burden on youth struggling to navigate the assistance available to them. This committee has an opportunity to ensure better alignment of programs as we consider reauthorization of Title 4B. The stories and research of our witnesses who will share today will illuminate the experiences of growing up in foster care for many youths in America. This presents an opportunity for continuing our bipartisan collaboration on this subcommittee on the meaningful solutions for America's most vulnerable children. I'm honored to welcome our witnesses today. I eagerly anticipate your testimonies, your stories, and your life experiences. And I want to extend my sincere gratitude to each of you for your willingness to be here today and share your stories.